How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2025, where I progressed a little bit from the video that you guys may have watched today. Most of you probably haven't, but that's okay. Now we're live streaming. We're back, and I got questions like silage farming. I don't know where to I've done all of it apart from I don't know when it turns into silage, so I'm confused. Apart from that, I'm okay. It's been a fun afternoon. He has. I've done a bit more towards. I did record like an hour and a half's worth of video, and then I was like, why am I doing this? Because I'm streaming tonight, so I'm like a little bit ahead of myself. It's gonna be okay though, don't worry, it'll be fine, we'll be okay. Interesting, but yeah, there we go. Just waiting for the game to load like normal. Out of every game that I've ever played, this one does have a really long loading time. Only 5 more days until Gold Mining Simulator DLC comes out. We'll be okay. It's coming. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Gold mining's coming home. Apart from that, now I'm just waiting. I hate waiting. It takes too long. Do 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 44% and still loading. It'll jump in a minute. It'll just like pop 60 odd percent. Always get stuck around the 40 mark. Don't know why. Is this the same for everybody else? Because this is bullcrap. There we go, it's loading. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, there we are, 60%. See, I told you. Told you. It just pushes its way back up to 60. It's fine. And now it stalls and then it hits 90. See? See? It's like I know this game already. And then it stops and it boom, 100%. 99, 1 hundo, and here we go. Right, so my main question, if anybody's there to answer it, is when does this turn into silage? When does this stuff turn into silage? Because I've packed it into it's ready to go. It's all grass. I'm wondering when it turns into silage. Any takers? It'll be most appreciated. What have we got here? 506. We're all good. We've got 1 crate of that left. We're all good. Alright, cool. My little homestead's getting bigger, by the way. It's starting to feel like an actual bit of farm. And during my time today... Oh, live stream. Yes. So, I did this today. We harvested our first load of grass. That's what's over in the bales. I don't know when it turns into silage though, and I don't know the time length at all, because none of the pages on here offer any help. I couldn't find a tutorial on silage or how to figure out it's turned into silage, so I'm stuck for a bit. But apart from that, yeah, I'm all good. So she wants me to fertilize her farm. Oh, I have a video. Oh, on your channel. Do you have a YouTube channel? Go to channel. Let's have a look. No, you don't. Alright, okay. But do you have a video on silage? All I need to know is how long it takes. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. All I need to know is how long it takes. If it's like 2 months, days. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. I'll check it every day. I'll just get a gauge of it myself. That's fine. Thank you. Most appreciated. Thanks for having the chat. Right. Ploughing. I reckon I can send my mate over there to do that for cheaper. So we'll borrow the items. Actually, this is like the first cut of things I do need to buy. A bloody tractor. Right, let me just get all this set up. Yep, all of my bales are wrapped and ready to go. They're all done up. I really like this tractor. I'm gonna have to get one. Do you have the time? Right, so I'm looking to get to number 50. Drop this bad boy off and then give it to an AI worker to work because I can't bother it myself. Get out of the road! You're on the wrong side, you flipping foreigner. I know, I'm the flipping foreigner, but in my game, it's my world. It's my world. I'm ready to decapitate most people who are ready to come towards me. Actually, where is it? What field am I going to for this? Oh crap, I guarantee I'm going the wrong one. No, 50. Down here on the left. Mate, you're out of the way. That's a big plough coming towards you. Yep. And there we go. Right. I'm going to set my worker up for this one because I ain't mowing. I'm not ploughing this. Ploughing does take a long time, but I know I can make a little bit of... I can make money. If you wait an hour or two, you should see a percentage increase. Oh, okay. That's fine. What I'll do is we'll get this set up and I'll go and do a really quick wood collecting thing. Pretty sure I put a weight on the front of that. Yeah, I did. Go, parrot, go. Right. My next thing is I'm going to go and do the wood one. Now, the reason why I'm actually quite happy to do a wood one is because I'm using the Superman mod. Because, I've got to be honest, it's a shed ton easier. It really is. If you want to do these missions a little bit easier, grab the mod to give you super strength. And just pick the logs up and put them in the back of the trailer and don't worry, because out of every way of like playing this game, this is literally the only mission you want to cheat, because log picking with this poxy thing is really hard. I didn't like it. It's all right, but it's a pain in the ass, you know. It's like, can I be bothered to do this again? No, not really. Oh, here's a cheat. Yes, I will do this mission, because lifting the logs up on my own and then prattling around like just throwing them about, yeah, it's fine. Did you watch the power tool video I sent in Discord? Yes, and I also found a load. So how people set up their like no money playthroughs is what they do is they take out a loan for 100 grand, then they start with 100 grand, and then they sell. They basically pay off the loan, so they have no money. I'm like, that's so much easier. But yeah, the power tool thing is pretty cool. I liked it. It's definitely worth it. If you just want to mess around with the game, it's definitely worth it. Right. Where am I headed for this? Top of 69, so that's this way. This way. All the way to the top now. Living the dream in my tractor. Yeah, any videos that get posted in there, it's more of like, if you can help other players as well, it's all good. That's why my Discord is basically really, really quiet unless somebody wants help. So in those little directories where I'm like, hey, you know, this one is for like gold mining sim, or this one is for this. If you've got like how-to videos and stuff, chuck them in there. And then if people come into my Discord going, hey, how do you do this? It's like, it's right there. It's like a directory for them. My Discord's real quiet though, so I'm like, you know, it's just a place for people just to chill and make sure that if they do want to get a notification, they can. Yep. I do like this mod. Women, thank you very much for kicking by. Life is just easier with this mod. Log physics better than in 2020? I never really did logging. I did 6 hours of gameplay in 2022. It's fine. It is one of the very few mods that can actually help you in your life on this game. Like, the Superman mod is just fantastic. It's like, I'm just going to pick up a log, because I can. No. Just sit on top. Oh, I don't like you. Right. It probably doesn't like me too. It's fine. We'll come back for the rest. It's fine. It just makes the mission just more bearable. If I'm going to be brutally honest, doing this, it's just easier. It's just, I don't have to think about it as much anymore. And it's the best way to earn like 12 grand without really doing much. You know, pick up a load of logs, take them to the loggery, it's all good. I'm alright with that. Yeah, there does. I think if you're using the truck, it's not too bad because it does feel like it's more responsive. Because the plus side with the truck version, because it's a trailer, you're actually putting legs down, it's balancing the truck, and the grabber's bigger. This tractor, I've done both. I've done the truck and I've done the tractor. The tractor's a twat. I hate the tractor, but the truck version, it's not as bad. It's still fiddly, but it's not stupid. You know. Right, so we're going up here to take a left. But I mean, apart from that, it's all good. It's not like growing crops is fast. No, but the thing with growing crops is that's sort of a natural thing, you know. And being that I would say most of us aren't exactly trained in how to use a hydraulic arm to pick up logs, it can be a bit finicky on a mouse and a keyboard. You know, that's why people will say like controller's easier, because using one of these things you would use like joysticks. Just one joystick, just wiggle it around. Have I got? Oh. Am I dropping it? Oh, hold on. I'm getting a little bit better with reversing and stuff. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better. But you should be a natural given the gold rush. Gold rush is a different kettle of fish. Like, that's all like excavator thing. And that, weirdly, that all comes a bit more natural than this. Strange, isn't it? Yeah. Gives me a better trader. Like I said, the truck version is good. Like, I don't know why it's different, but it feels different. The truck's claw feels like a lot better. But when it comes to this one, it just doesn't feel as like, it doesn't feel as fluid. It just feels a bit more jerky, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right. But the truck's version feels a lot better, and I've used the truck a couple of times, and it's not been that bad. But for some reason, this one, I don't know. I think it's just because it's a bit more unstable because it's on the back of a tractor. It's not like, it hasn't got a support, so it just wobbles around a lot more. No. I think it's just, it comes down to a personal thing, but for me, yeah, this one's a bit wonky compared to the truck. The only way to really test it is do both missions. And then if you feel like you're better off with one and not the other, you'll probably find that the truck's just more responsive. Sort of ballsed up on that one, didn't I? I'm holding off Farming Simulator 2025 for now. I decided to go and get the cheap and play Farming Sim 22. I had a fair few years not playing it, and I clocked 6. Yeah, I would actually agree. So I've watched a couple of people like actually talk about the game instead of just playing it, and that most of them were on the same sort of page that there isn't enough innovation between number 22 and 25, and it's taken them like, you know, X amount of years to get it to this point. It's like it still feels like a half-assed game in comparison to where it should be. And I sort of agree, even though I don't really have as much of experience as it compared to other people. There's a lot that isn't in this game that really just should be. Like sound effects, mainly for immersion, that sort of thing. But they don't seem to exist. Like when you smack into a tree or something, there's no sound, it's just you just wobble off of a tree. And it's like, that's sort of immersion breaking. Animal husbandry was another big point. Like, there's no male animals. They're all female apart from the rooster. So how do you make yourself like an actual farm where you haven't got all of these bits and pieces? I'm like, yeah. But this is why I keep saying to people, if you're going to buy this version of the game, get it from a third-party source. Don't get it from Steam, because you're not going to want to spend 42 quid on this game. You're going to want to buy it a little bit cheaper, because it's not worth your money to buy this one and only play it only for like 30 hours. You're either going to buy this one or you're going to play the older version of the game. And at 42 quid, farming game seems a bit more expensive, doesn't it? It is all personal preference, but yeah, and Like, for me, as I said, I find myself in a lucky position that someone actually bought this for me, and that was up to them. I don't ask for these things, it just happens. I would say, because I was going to buy this myself, I was going to buy this on the cheap. I wasn't going to spend 42 quid on this game at all. Because I don't believe, if I'm going to be brutally honest, and it's no offence to the people who do play this game a lot, I don't believe it's worth 42 quid. But again, my opinion. You ever seen Final Destination? That's where I get my inspiration from. Right. I've got an idea. It's going to be a bit of a dodgy one though. Oh, no, that log is coming with us. I don't know how, but it's coming with us regardless. Don't ask. I don't know. It's just happening. This will be the big test. We've got the curb. Sort of, maybe. I'm not going to question it. It's just working. It just works. It just works. It's fine. I've lost me. Ah, there you are. Here we go, round the tight corner. We're going to get hung up on a load of old stuff. As long as that log sticks with me the whole way, we're all good. It's the best way, I swear. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Brute boss! Right, did that log get sold? Yeah, it did. Get in. Right, there we go. There's 12 grand. Yeah, it's close enough. It's fine. There we go. There's another 12 grand. And this guy, look at him. He's alright in his little tractor bobbling on the fields, isn't he? This guy. This is why I might buy a trailer. So I was talking about this I think I was talking about it in the last video, I can't remember now. But all these stones I keep picking up from fields, it's like it's free money. I'm very tempted to buy a trailer and a tractor and just use it for my own sake. I'm like, I'm good. But I do need to buy more tractors. Anyways, can we do a quick little mish, or are we done? One that's worth it. We could fertilize the field next to it. Actually, you know what? We could do that. I'm all right with that. Oh no, they're not worth a lot. But when you do a mission for like de-stoning a field, it's like, okay, cool, I've got like 40% of a trailer full. I'm like, okay, I'm done then. But then you sit there and just go, but if I had a whole trailer full, then it's not that bad. What am I filling this with? Because they haven't given me anything to fill this with. Was I supposed to buy the fertilizer as well? Or are they supplying that? Oh. But. So I need solid fertilizer. Bums. First time catching a live stream, was a big fan of Hydroneer, watching to see if this game might be of any interest. That's not a problem. Thank you very much for kicking by. Honestly, if you want my opinion, if you want to pick this up cheaper from a website, go and get it cheaper from a website. If you want to pay full price, that's purely up to you, but please make sure you play it for as long as possible. And then don't get bored. Because in fairness, and I'm going to be honest, some of the contracts in this game are a little bit boring. But apart from that, no, you just let the AI worker do it. It's fine. Right, I need fertilizer. Fertilizer I need. So this is the stuff I need, solid fertilizer. Now I don't know how much one is going to do. Flip my cam, and probably this will be the first thing that I'm going to have to replace. Give me. I'm back. Right, for some reason, this game freezes my camera. I don't know why. No other game that I've ever played freezes my camera. This one does. One bag is 30%. It's just like a Teams meeting. Completely agree. Let me just fill these up. %90 should be there. Yeah, we're all good. Let's go. But yeah, it's just this game that freezes my camera. So like I was saying, very roughly I think fertilizer should cost you 1/3 of the contract payment. If it's like, wow. Should we have a look? So this contract is going to give me £5,931. I've just spent more than that on fertilizer. So I'm technically doing this for free. Doesn't work that way, does it? It's all crap. And it's this field I'm doing it to. Alright. This is a big field. I've gutted this field before. Because, yeah. If there's any left. Yeah. Change work with. I have no idea what it's set to now. Oh. That's a 42-meter spread. I think this may be a modded trailer. Because I know I've downloaded some mods. We might be doing this a lot faster than I was expecting. Right, turn on fertilizer, change the work, unload, open cover, blah, 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 blah. Lower. Right, lowering first. Turning it on. We could be in trouble then. How do you know how much you've done? Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, but no, if you were putting like lime down, it gives you like a white powder. So you can kind of see where you've been, so you can work out your your driving path. So I don't know how far I've been. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna hope by the time I get to the top of this field I'm near like 50%. I'm just going to drive down the middle of the field and then we'll drive up the other side on the way. I don't think we're doing as much, so if I pull over a lot more. He's having fun as well. Look at that. You like the new farm sim? I gotta be honest. I think I've done 40 odd, nearly 50 hours into this now, and it's all right. You know, it's one of those games that if you're like me, where it's nice to have a game where you just switch your brain off and just do random shit, you're completely fine with this game. If you feel like you're not getting enough excitement, then it's definitely not for you. Definitely not. It is very sort of, once you've done one contract though, like, you know, fertilizing a field, there's a million other contracts exactly the same, and they're like, oh, I've got to do this, 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 and after a while you're just like, I'm just going to get the AI to do it because I cannot be asked. So you do turn a little bit lazy because you can't be bothered to do it anymore because you just get the AI to do it whilst you're doing your own thing, like, you know, building your own farm or ploughing your own fields. Working for other people is just troublesome, like it always is in real life. But it's alright. I mean, it's a good game, but it's like a couple of the reviews I've watched of it have really sort of like shown how much they haven't really innovated this game, and I kind of see that more than anything, because when you look at people's examples of like where the game should really be in comparison to where it actually is, it does feel like that Giant Software is a bit like, well, we'll get around to it at some point maybe, but how much money can we make from this? Because that's how it feels. Like I was looking through, I was going to make my own video of this, and it went more into the cost and the DLCs of the game. Like if you look at Farming Simulator 19, the DLCs would cost you like, I think it was like 40 quid, because there was like a couple of packs, but obviously the modding community took over and made the game better. Farming Simulator 2022, there was like 120 quid's worth of £120 worth of DLC or something. No, it was 179 pounds worth of DLC, and most of those DLCs were X mods, things that people had made, put into the game, and it feels like Giant Software sort of took them and turned them into DLC to make more money out of assets that basically someone else made. So as a game, it's alright. I would say the modders make this game better though. Like they're the people who are making this game great, the modders. Double unskippable ads. That's YouTube. It's not me. I put the fact that YouTube can place ads. It's up to them what they place. So blame YouTube. But you know, thanks for watching. It does help me. But there we go. That's how I see it though. I genuinely see it like that, and it's like, yeah. I'm actually going to estimate, and I know this is a weird one. You can quote me if you like, write it down, whatever date and stuff it is. I am expecting, because of the rise in, thank you very much for like raiding TSS Tech Angel, thank you. So my estimation, after, if you look at the amount of DLC, actually we can pull this up now. I'll do this now. So I want to, yeah, we'll go from there. Let me pull up my my desktop. So if I go into here and we pull up Farming Simulator. Oh yeah, the demo for that came out as well. Farming Sim. There we go. Right. Now I'm going to have to type in the whole thing, aren't I? Farming Simulator. Here we are. So, thank you very much for subscribing and following. So, Farming Simulator, I would say 2017. If you look at 2017, the DLC's costs were $28.56, and they had like a couple of packs. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. 28 quid. That's not too shabby. When you go into 2019, DLC cost had gone up to £103. So what they've done here is they've taken some of the stuff that maybe some people have made, and they've used it and then added the cost to it, which means people have made mods and they're like, okay, it's all good. Hi, thank you very much for raiding. And then if you look at 2022, which is only last year's, so we went from £103 for DLC all the way up to £173 for DLC. So they added another like 50-60 quid's worth of DLC packs to the game to make you pay more. This is £173 for an indie game, which is not an indie game when you're paying like 40 quid. So my estimation, and this is just the way that I saw how this game was going, and a couple of people who I was listening to about their review of the game, genuinely, I reckon this game is going to cost you around 220 quid's worth of DLC by the time the end of this game is. I've always loved your content, so I'm quite happy to bring everyone over. Oh, thank you very much. Most appreciated. And it was probably Hydroneer. Probably. More than anything, because that's what most people associate me with. But yeah, so if you're looking at the DLC costs and seeing how much they're basically taking out of you, not only are they making their game more expensive and not really putting too much into it, because it's just reskins from the original games, but then you look at how much they're putting in DLC wise, that's where they're making all their money from now. Because people will buy this game for cheap, because they'll go places like CD Keys or G2A or wherever, and the DLC, people will just download mods, because mods make the game better. That would be fine if they did the same as Grapeshot, if they paid the mods. Yeah, if they paid the modders, I'd be well happy, because if you actually have a payment system in place where the modders are getting a little bit of a cut because they are putting their hard work into it, then yeah, I would agree. Give them a bit of a slice. But it seems what they're doing is they're taking the mods and actually putting it into the game as DLC. So they're making money from the mods, and the modders are sitting there going, bollocks, basically. It just seems a little bit, it seems a bit of a twat move. If it's good value, I don't mind paying for DLC. Yeah, but you've seen the rise of how much it's cost, and you know where that money's come from. That money is, those mods have come from community. It's not Giant Software. It's not Giant Software making their own mods. They're taking mods from the community and then adding the price tag to it. That's the problem. And also you're looking at paying £173 for Farming Simulator 2022. You're not just buying the base game. You're paying all the DLC. That's what I really don't like about it. It's one of the things I'm not a big fan of, like AAA gaming or like real corporate gaming. Oh, thank you very much, TSS. I'm just going to call you Tech Angel. It's a lot of DLC to buy though, isn't it? And I don't know if this is supposed to be rain or hail, but it looks crap. Rain doesn't look like this. But if you look at it in the ways of from a AAA game point of view, I'm just gonna pull up Call of Duty. Pardon me. Let's go with, what was the latest one? Modern Warfare 3, which in fairness got a lot of a bad press. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Buy the base game for 60 quid, no DLC. I mean, it's not exactly the greatest of games, but they're not putting anything in there for like DLC wise. Most of it was microtransactions. Snow Games Grapeshot did a monthly contest for Ark, and the best mods earned a payout. Yeah, I mean this is in a different way of me looking at it. I buy from a company called QWERTY. I don't know if you buy this, is like to where I buy my t-shirts and stuff. So QWERTY basically work on an art commission status. So if your design gets voted through and it goes into like the main carousel of designs, that artist I think they get €1 per sale. So if your t-shirt sells 1,000 designs, you get €1,000, which is a pretty good payout for just like coming up with a design and getting them to mass print it. So I sort of see it like that. If you're gonna put someone's assets up for sale, that person does need to be compensated for somehow, and that's a really good way of doing it. Most people call me Angel, but if tech is easier for you to remember, I don't know. I've got a brain like a sieve, so give me like 3 weeks, I'll probably forget. It's alright, I just call everyone by their name that comes up on top. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. These are just 11 bales of grass. The coolest thing with mods are new maps. FS22, they did amazingly beautiful. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's yeah. So that's the other thing. The maps are made by the creators, not by the actual developers. So this is where you would. This is why there's games out there that are made by like devs. One of them, I don't know if I still have it on my wish list. If I do, then I do. Oh, I don't. It's a free-to-play first-person shooter. What was it called? It's not that one. Basically, there's a game out there. I watched it as a YouTube video. I don't care what I'm called as long as it's not late for dinner. Oh, you're late for dinner. No. But basically, a group of devs who used to do mods, they call themselves just modders. They're not really developers, but they used to mod for Battlefield. But then obviously Battlefield went a bit downhill, so they built their own game. That's what can happen with this. All of the talent are modders. So all the people that make this game better for you, the player, are just people who are like you. They're just making things easier for you. So if they decided, you know what, I reckon we could do this better ourselves. North Mining are the guys that made Out of Ore. No, it's not them. I've seen. Yeah, I play Out of Ore. I love the story of modders who were hired for the... Yeah, I genuinely, if a modder gets hired for a company, I'll support that 100%. I really do. They just deserve it, you know. Is he still not finished with that field yet? Hurry up, mate. You know what, I'm just going to take over. I'm just going to take over because he's going well slow. Drunk Hybrid in charge. Yeah, this is supposed to be hail. This isn't hail, man. Ploughing is the slowest work of all time. Yeah, I would agree. Or actually, hay baling with an underpowered tractor up a hill is really slow as well. Because how I did my bales, I was working at 2 miles an hour. Yeah, that was like deathly slow. The tractor that I rented was like, oh my god. It would go up the hill, but it was like, I can walk faster than this. And that's saying something. Why not go downhill? Because I went round in a circle, so like 2 sides were like slow, 2 sides were like fast. Basically, I just did it the way that I should have done it the way I did. What I should have done was I should have leased a windrow, and then just put the stuff in the middle and been happy. But no, I didn't listen. I didn't pay attention to myself, giving myself advice, which you would have thought would be stupid, considering that, you know, I'm the guy that builds guides for things. It's like I wasn't even listening to myself. I'm like, get a windrow. No, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, baling sucked at 2 miles an hour. Don't do it. I don't recommend. 0 out of 10. Yeah, the windrows are cool. The other thing that's this slow is harvesting for things like peas and spinach, where you're using that dirty great big yellow like harvester, and you're like, oh, now I'm like really slow. It's cool. I think we're coming down the last straight now. So we've fertilised that field. We're ploughing this field. We're getting some cash behind us. I can almost afford a tractor. Almost. Oh, it's going to be a glorious day when I can do that. So yeah, if you're new to the channel over on Twitch, I do mainly record videos and put them on YouTube. I stream over here normally Fridays and Saturdays, so it's just one of those things occasionally. But because I've been playing this, I've actually been streaming a lot more, because I've actually found streaming this is a lot more easier than making videos, because videos for me tend not to get a lot of views, so I tend to go streaming and just chill and enjoy the time. Alright, so I should be able to harvest my grass again at some point. I think it'll be next month now. So if I go back to my house and visit, well, I've been loving the streams and videos. Excellent, thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's just been a bit slow. Honestly, I mean, it's the views and stuff have been about the same for the channel. Subscriber-wise, it's just died. So I think it's just because it's getting near Christmas and people aren't really around. But, you know, I could be making excuses. Right. The following day, it's lovely and sunny. 4:29 in the foods. They've got another day before I have to refill. That's perfect. That's okay. Is this silage yet, or is this just too early? Still says grass. Well, you know what that means. Actually, is my field ready to harvest yet? It's fertilized. No, it's fine. Visit, skip, go for another one. But yeah, the streams I've found alright. I'm just... yeah, it's a good way of just chilling and talking to people about the game and like just doing things randomly. But yeah, I got a key for Industry Giant 4, so I might cover that next week. The demo for Farm Renovator came out today, so I might do a video of that for next week. TCG just did their big update for card trading, so I covered that today. Gold Mining Simulators DLC goes live next week, so they basically said, because I've covered the game in previous and I had a chat with the dev today, he said, we'll give you, what we'll do is we'll give you like a beta version of the actual DLC, and you can make some content of the new machine. I'm like, wicked. This thing apparently, when I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, we actually locked the machine to the new plot because it's so big. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't actually played it yet. So what you're going to see is I might be doing a video. I'm not sure if I'm doing a video or a stream, but it'll just be me suffering from like major like confusion for a really long time. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I've been in the testing group, but I haven't tested the game because I've been busy doing like videos and streams and everything. I haven't had time to test their game. So I'm like, this is going to be like going in blind. I'm going to be a blithering idiot for most of that video. Well, I mean, the thing is, the reason why it's the reason why they've locked it to just like the last plot of land, which is like tier 6, is because of just its sheer size. And so the plot of land is actually, apparently it's big. So in order to get the machine on there and the big excavator that they showed off in the trailer as well, it had to have a bigger piece of land. I'm like, brilliant, let's go. It's going to feel like proper gold mining sim. Or like Agile Gold Rush, you know, with like Tony Beats and everything. Right, 57 grand. My animals, I think, are good for about another day. Can't see because someone just came online. Scoot 349. Yeah, they're good for like one more day. And I've got feed for them, that's alright. My grass is growing once again. I should be harvesting tomorrow then. We're almost at harvest. Give it another like month. It's 50% fertilized, so I need to do another fertilizer at some point. That's fine. It still says grass in my thing. Let's have a look. It's 97% fermented. So this stuff is almost silage. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Because the thing is, I was reading through the actual people who have been like testing it, and you know, it's the regulars from like the main streamers who play the game, and they're testing through. And I'm actually looking forward to this, and I have no idea how to play it. I'm looking forward to it, just being able to sit there and just go, how much is it all going to cost? Because I think I'm going to have to use my season 33 end, which had like $75 million. So I should be able to afford everything. If I can't, I'm going to have to find a way of making money, and that's going to be really difficult. Yeah, the internal cycle of cutting grass. 57 grand. I've got one more. I reckon I've got one more day. This stuff will be ready by, like, where are we? June 1st, so it'll be done by July. So July I'll be like, yeah, cool, we'll go and do this. Right, missions. Can we make some money? We can. 15,950 to do logs. So that's the big. That one's easier to do. I'm still going to use super strength for it though. You know, we'll take that as an easy one. We go. To the top of the map. Shame it doesn't go any faster. The worst part about this game, right, is I bought Planet Coaster the other week, and I haven't played it since I started playing this one. And I like Planet Coaster. I like dawdling around and doing my own little thing, but no, gotta do farming. It's alright. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it eventually. Like, Planet Coaster for me is one of those things when I haven't got anything to do, and I just want to fiddle with something. I'm not necessarily. I'm not making videos about it, but it's just for me. That's the. Sometimes, even as a gaming YouTuber, it's best to have something that basically you don't have to focus on to like do anything like content or anything. Just be you and be happy and just be like, you know what, I don't care right now. I'm playing this and I don't care, and you're just happy. Ugh. We're going off road, baby. That way. Well, I don't know. That's how I've treated this for the last couple of years. I haven't really. That's why I did the. I know it sounds bad, but that's the reason why I did the whole hydrogen air thing. That's why for like all those streams I did it for me, because I couldn't be bothered to do it for everybody else anymore. I was like, you know, I want to play this for myself for once. So I did, and genuinely, I enjoyed myself. I had fun just pondering it, like plotting through and just digging holes and stuff. It was just fine. So yeah, occasionally, yeah, you do things for yourself because it does help. Well, honestly, I mean, like I think that's the reason why I'm playing this so much, because it is just a chill game. You're not. I mean, I'm not against anybody else. I'm not fighting for like views and stuff. What I'm doing with this is I'm sort of treating this as a I'm playing this just as I am, you know, and I'm okay with that. I still go back and watch your Hydroneer content, wherever, if I get the itch to play. I can understand that. I think it's because I played so much of it. There's a lot of content on there. But thank you very much. And that's why I'm subscribed. Well, just because of honesty. Like, occasionally you can tell if I'm doing stuff for views, because I'll try and act up for the scenario and stuff. But I think that's where a second channel would be like good for me. Like with this channel, I'm happy with. You know, I can just come on, I can talk to like-minded people, play games, and just genuinely just chill. And it's aimed for people who have got that same sort of mentality. But I think if I wanted to do like the over-top content and everything else, I feel like that should be, if I wanted to do another channel, that should just be it. And I think I might just do it just so I can get some of that like stupid out of my head. Oh, thank you very much, Shy. Awesome. So yeah, I might just do that. I might, like, next time I get like a couple of like half-assed demos, like the fun stuff, I might just chuck it on a different channel and not worry too much about putting it on here, because I have got another channel on the side. Yeah. I think this channel is more for just the more, I know it sounds awful, but it's like the more mature a person who plays games. I would say most of my content is for people who are older than like 20. Whereas like if you look at like Blitz, where his channel is mainly focused on like a more younger demographic, and same with like Real Civil Engineer or like Dre, or even some of the bigger YouTube, like the really big gamers. Most of the people who watch those are normally younger people. But as demographics get older, they find people like me who cater to more of the older people. Yeah. I gotta be honest, that recycling game was boring as fuck. Jeez. I don't normally get bored with games. But like that one was like, how slow can you go? I mean, do I really have to go this slow? That was just how it felt for me. I just didn't like it. I turned down the key for that game because I couldn't play it. I know other YouTubers have played it, but man, I just sat there and just went, I cannot do this. It just didn't agree with me. I just, no. Wasn't for me, that one. But then the worst part is, like, playing that one, I was like, no, I don't want to play that. But I'll play this. Contradicting myself. Am I stuck on the logs behind me? But I am. Yeah, the quick cuts are mainly just to get through all the, like, some of the boring stuff. Because there is a lot of it. Like, I would say the worst part about playing this, like trying to make videos about this, unless you've got like an addictive personality, like where people really want to watch you, they don't want to watch you plow a field for an hour. Like even during the live stream, just like, yeah. I am an older, more mature viewer. I used to make content, but now I'm in my 40s. I'd rather just chill and support others. Well, yeah, I'm 40 and I still carry on doing this. The reason why is because I've only ever known gaming. You know, I don't really have a lot of life experience of like anything else apart from being stupid or going into debt, you know, making a lot of stupid mistakes in life. But yeah, so gaming's always been that thing that I've really enjoyed. And I actually, when YouTube came about, I almost became a content creator in 2007, which would have made me one of like the old crew. What stopped me was the fact I couldn't work my capture card because it was one of those like old RGB white block ones you had to change into a PC and this and that. And that was beyond my skill point at that point. I was like, nope, I'm too dumb. I'm done. So, yeah, I would have done this. I would have been doing this for years at that point. So, yeah. It all comes down to how you feel about what you do and stuff. For me, this is more of an outlet because of my now current lifestyle. Because of how life basically never gives you like the right deck of cards and you're always having to like fight the dealer. That's how I see this. And doing gaming now, it's harder because there are a lot of people doing it. But yeah, it's something I enjoy doing. So apart from going to the gym and doing this, that's basically what I do. Apart from I'm a full-time carer for my wife, so that's why that's why I do this. She doesn't need me all the time, but you know, when she's having a bad day, it's like then it's basically take over everything. I basically run life until she's back up and running again. Now, am I going to the right place? Yeah, real life simulator. That would suck. Well, I mean, for me, it'd be like, okay, so what are we doing? First off, I'm going the wrong way. Secondly, it'd be like, okay, cool, I'm going to the gym now. Excellent. Then what are you doing after that? Coming home. Then what are you doing? Making a video. Cool. Now what are you doing? Going to get the kids. Okay. What's next? Nothing. That's it. So yeah, YouTube for me is basically therapy. And a little bit more now. Going to the gym is definitely therapy. Yeah, it's helped. And having this interaction with like subscribers and viewers and everything else, it really helps. Because, you know, when you don't have a job, you don't have a social life. When you're at home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the only person that's around is your significant other, you're not always going to talk to each other because you've already had your conversations for the day and there's not really a lot else outside of these four walls to talk about. So you end up sitting there going, so who am I going to talk to? And it's the same for Kara. That's why she goes to play Dungeons and Dragons. You know, she goes off and does a few things for herself, because if she didn't, she would sit here and go fucking crazy as well. Because that's just how we are. So yeah, joys. But apart from that, it's all right. There you go. I just made 15 grand. Not if only it was real money. Not bad. Then we'll start paying something else off. Normally it's just the viewers who get personally attached to a streamer. I guess here we do both. Yeah, it does. I mean, I would say if you talk to a streamer that goes out and has fun and has friends and everything else, I would say the people who watch that person normally look to that person as a friend or someone they really know. For me, the people who come onto this stream are my social life. Because outside of these four walls, the only other people I speak to are either a couple of people at the gym or other parents. And I only see those people for like an hour a day. The rest of the time they have lives. They go off and do their jobs. They go home to their partners or their kids and that. And for me, it's like I go to the gym, I come home, I talk to them at the school gate, and then that's it. So, yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah, at home all the time, kids and husband. Yeah. I'm at home all the time, wife and kids. I find it quite funny as well that I talk to a lot of mums, because obviously the husbands go to work, so the mums take the kids to school. And when they're all standing there saying, oh, well, my husband did this, I'm just sitting there, yeah, he did that because of this. And they're like, what? It's like, because you're talking to a man. That's how I think. Now, I could tell you why your husbands do all this stuff. It's because that's exactly what I would do. So it's not. There's no secrets. Trust us. We're very, very simple creatures. I can't. I can't fast travel to my plot. Right. I can't remember if my chickens are okay. 349. Is this the new channel content or giving away men's secrets? Yeah. Women are gonna come to my channel and go, why does my husband do this? Well, here's a funny story. In honesty, we're so simple. Men are basically, if we go to work for like 8 to 10 hours a day, we come home, the first thing that we want is like 5 minutes of peace. That's why if your husband or partner sits in the car before they come in house, it's because that's the first time they've been able to stop for a whole day. And they sit there and just go, fucking right. That's all they do. They take a 5-minute breather. They sit in their car, they breathe in, and they know that they're not at work anymore. That's all it is. Yeah, the husband is a truck driver, and we've been married for 20 plus years. So the conversations are pretty simple now. Maybe dinner and a show together every couple of weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna say, if he has a hobby, like, is he more of a garage husband where he's out like doing stuff on cars and trucks, or does he have like another hobby like trains and things like that, or gaming? Because that's like our go-to stuff. Like men, simple creatures, cars, games. These are silage. It's silage. Ah, brilliant! I can sell this stuff now. He's restoring an old classic car, and you came together. Called it. See, as said, simplicity. There's three types of guys. There's the car guy, there's the gamer, and there's the comic book nerd. I am all three of those. I just don't have all three of them. So I don't have a garage where I can fix a car. I like comic books, but I have kids which will tear stuff apart, which is why I have a shelf of stuff that they don't touch. And I like gaming. I am like 3 out of 3 nerd. But they always say a nerd makes a good husband, because you know where we are. We're in front of, we're gaming, or we're in front of our comic books. We don't do anything else. There we go. There's another 853 quid for free. I got 76 grand. I could afford something. You're stealing that sales pitch. Go for it. I want commission. Right, I've got to get myself a silage trailer, because this stuff is ready to go, and I'm going to be harvesting tomorrow. So I'm going to need the money. It's all about the money, money, money. Now the downside, I don't know if this can pull a silage trailer, but we'll find out. Queue for that. Let's go. Gee, water-wise, how much water have I got left? 1,000 litres. I might have to fill up soon first. Let me just grab me trailer. We're also 2 or 3 nerds. We don't collect the comic books, the collectibles, but we are over the shows. And yeah, exactly. So it's just, as I said, we're simplicity. Man, we're very, very simple creatures. Give us a video game, or give us our hobby, and we're just good. And then when a guy sounds like he's not listening to you, he is listening to you. It's just he's got nothing to say about it. He can be. We do understand, but we don't know how to word it. If anybody's partner is anything like me, and like your other half will sit there and just talk and talk and talk and talk, we are listening, but we have no idea how to deal with that because we're not wired the same way. The hard part is trying not to solve the problem we listen to. Yeah, you're there as a vent. So you just put up with it. That's all you gotta do. You just sit there, let your wife talk, or your partner talk, and then you will sit there, and all of a sudden they figure out a problem, and you haven't done anything. You get thanked for it because you were an earpiece. You were listening to whatever was going on. I've been married for coming up to 11 years now. 12 years now. In fairness, I do keep forgetting if I'm 40 or 41 now. People are often surprised that we sleep separately, but honestly, yeah, no, that's fine. If you've got like that sort, yeah, that's fine. Because if he's a truck driver and he's away, and he's got sleeping habits that are different to you, and it's going to disturb your sleep, that's fine. It sometimes makes it into a stronger relationship because you're giving each other the space to actually rest. Old Man Gaming, how you doing, buddy? I'm actually going to start calling you not so Old Man Gaming because you're not that much older than me.
Less old.
No, he's not so old yet. Not so Old Man Gaming. Yes. Middle-aged, as Kerry said, middle-aged man gaming. Right, done. I need a trailer. Sleeping separately makes sense. Sleeping together is nice, but eventually, actually getting 8 hours of sleep. So that's the thing. So for me, I sleep for 6 to 7 hours because of the kids. Because of Kerry having chronic fatigue syndrome, she can sleep between 5 hours and like 15 hours. It's depending on how the days affect her, especially with fibromyalgia and everything else that she suffers from. And it's like, yay, there's another problem. You giving good advice? I'm just spouting, man. But at the end of the day, it does make sense. Right, I need a trailer for baling. Yield improvement, combine harvesting, grassland. I'll be needing that tomorrow. Oh no, transport. I'm actually going to buy one of these because we sort of need it. I'm going to buy this one because it's 20 grand and it is going to help. It's 20,000. It's a good investment for what I need it for. Now, can my old beaten up truck pull it? I'm going to assume that I need a tractor. Bugger. Is there a smaller one? No, No, there isn't, is there? I'm gonna have to buy a tractor.
Nice laptop.
Ah! I'm gonna have to buy a tractor. I don't want to buy. I'm gonna have to buy one. I got 50 grand. 50 grand for a tractor. I have got the like the crappy ones for like cheap. Like these are my cheap tractors that I've downloaded as mods because I'm like, one of these will be okay. 43,000. I think I have to build it. By the way, I have no idea how to do these, by the way. All I know is that I don't know what I've got to do. Because that's it. I don't... Go figure, right? So I'm not sure what's wrong with these. Because this one is a tractor. But for some reason, these ones are like build your own tractor, but it looks like this. I have fibro and I have bad insomnia due to the aches and pains. So when I'm able to, yeah, exactly. So being in separate beds actually makes sense for you because of your pain conditions and so on and so forth. Yeah, I get it completely. It seems to be missing more than just paint. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to look into the actual pack because for some reason it doesn't seem to be working. So that's a bugger. Right, so I've got to try and think of a way of getting like a cheap tractor. I mean, this... Maybe mod needs another mod. Yeah, I'll have a look. It's the Ursus. Yeah, the Ursus mod pack. Basically, all these tractors are one pack. But it's like build your own pack. It's a build your own tractor, basically. So I'll look forward to that one. Okay, I got 55 grand. I think I'm going to have to like rent all my stuff again. I'm going to sell my trailer for now. I know I shouldn't have bought it in the first place. So I've lost some money on it, which is fine. What I'll do is I'll grab my little trailer and we'll sell the silage just at a couple of bundles a time. I had a lot of cheap tractors, but I don't want them cheatingly cheap. Just old. Yeah, so the ones that I bought, that download pack is like, most of them are sort of like fairly good price for what they actually are. You know, I mean, there is one in there. It's ooh, I think it comes down. It's under a miscellaneous tab somewhere. It might be under these. No, it's under stone tractor. No, it's a tractor that's under something else. There it is. This thing's 12 grand. It's a tractor. It's got 160 horsepower. So I might buy it because of just what it's like. But if you look at this, the assets for this one are missing colour as well. So I think it comes under the same pack. It's just one of those things. 21 mile an hour per, like, and it's a £5 a day if you want to rent this tractor. It's a £5 a day. It's awesome. But yeah, that's the cheapest tractor around. But it is like an old school, like almost like Soviet tractor. I like the look of it. It's just crap. But yeah, there you go. So I think we'll pull the silage out. We'll chuck it on the back of this trailer for now. And we'll try and flog it off. Yeah. Right, where's the best place to sell silage? I think that it's the farmer's market, which is just down the road. You alright? Yeah, I'm doing good, Bananas. And so is Sparky. How you doing? Spiky shark fin. How you doing? Yeah, doing alright. Silage is £215, and the farmer's market does it for £220, and that's so convenient because the farmer's market is right next door. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Right, let's see if we just take out 2. Hold on, I had 11. So we can get 3 on here. Let's just try something. Let's go for another 3. Just so it doesn't fall off. It might be alright. That's right, 6. I think there's 5 left there, so that's okay. So this is £217 a bundle, or £220 a bundle. Bad. It's cheap as well. Oh, that's good. £778 bales. I made 3,100. Makes no sense unless it's like, what? That's more than this. Unless it's no, yeah, that's 220 a ton in it. If one of those things is more than a ton, okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense. So 3 grand, we did 6 of them, so they're £500 each. It's not bad at all. Oh man, and we're going to be harvesting tomorrow, so. We'll definitely do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the harvest today. I'll probably look at doing it tomorrow actually because of just time. So this might be the last day that I play on like today. So I can't get you for some reason. I don't know. Right, 5 bales. It's all good. Just don't fall out. Right, can I do this where I just sell 1? I want to see how much 1 is. £773 per bale. So it's 14. Yeah. 2.5 grand. 81,000 in the bank. Price is per 1,000 litres. I thought it was per tonne. So, yeah. I didn't want to do that. Well, I think the meter is litres, but I always thought it was a tonne measurement. There we go. I have no idea how much a pallet of eggs is worth. Right. I'll sell the pallet. I'll sell the you know what? I'm going to sell them all. Just want to get rid of them all again so we can make some sort of money. How much is 2 solid pallets of eggs? And oh, we'll take it all as well. I don't know how much it's worth, but we'll take it. And then we'll start lumping up the rice saplings again. So this is what I mean. Like once you've got like a good little farm going, money does become a lot easier, a lot quicker as well. So full pallets and everything else, that's £5,634. We're at 87 grand now. Yeah, man. So the next things I need to buy, if I have to go for like certain things, it's definitely going to be I might have to like rent a tractor, but I think I might be able to buy all like the basic equipment, things like the baler, the harvester, well the mower, that sort of thing, because the mower's like 15 grand, the baler's like 25 grand. I can afford those, and that means I never have to buy them again. The only thing I have to do is buy the supply for them, and then get them fixed whenever they break down. But once you've got like this little thing going, and you've got an income coming in, it does get easier. So this whole field was worth what? 10 grand? 11 grand? Should be able to see if I found it. Where's my financial sheet? Finances. There we are. Where's the positives? Are we in June? We're in June 2 now. So I made £26,633 just today. Oh yeah, I've got to go to the cheap stuff. I love my production costs. £4. £4. £3. £4. Production costs are amazing for me. Right, let's go to discount store. Oh yeah, I can buy a tractor for 239,000. Is that a baler? Is that a baler? What are you? You're a baler. It's a baler, and it's 40 grand. It's 5 tons as well. It costs 500 quid to put a light bulb on this thing. You bloody what? That is a baler, isn't it? See, I need one of these. It's a special orange light. Yeah. Expensive. Wheel stand, wide tire. Oh, how much are wide tires? Oh, look at the beef. That's a lot of leasing you can do for that money. Yeah, I know. If I mean, yeah. No, but I mean, the thing that you'd be looking at really is like, can I, if I can get all the equipment, I never have to lease it all again, which means I'm good for like 100 hours before everything starts dying, and that's quite a long time to play the game for. And I don't really, I won't really use the equipment all the time. I'm only going to be using it like 2 or 3 times a year. It is a lot of leasing though. And I've got more grass seed if I need it, but I don't seem to be needing it. I might just go and chuck it in my shed. Because that's what this stuff is. After when I grassed the field, it was like I didn't need this anymore. It was like, okay, I'm done. Because my field's really small. But plus side is it's making me, if I do a good day for selling, is 30 grand. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Sold products. It's a good amount. So we sold vehicles. Yeah, we sold. I sold my trailer because I bought it for 20, sold it for 17. That's bad. Property income that comes from the wind power. That's 1,700. Sold bales for 8,500. So that field's worth 8 grand a day, 8 grand a time. Renting cost. The leasing on it. I think the most expensive thing I leased was the tractor for like 1,000. Everything else, let's say, was around like 500 quid. So we probably spent about, I want to say about 4 grand on leasing stuff. So we're making about 4 grand off there. And then we sold products for 6,000 as well. So I sold the saplings, I sold the eggs. We did okay, so that's not too bad. And then we made our contract income was 15,000 because we did the log mission. So all in all, we did alright for a day. Yeah, wood transport's really easy. What you do is you get the mod that lets you lift logs, and you can decimate people's bank accounts. It's awesome. See, baling. I could do baling for 3 grand. It only cost me £500 to do it. And that's really easy. Yeah, I'm good for that. Let's go do some baling. Oh, I want this baler. Look how big it is. That's a monster. Oh man, that's huge. Maybe I should look for a small tractor. Yeah, I've got a couple of mods for tractors. So lot number 27, which is down the road, and where's 20? Oh, there it is. 27 up there. So we've got to go out of here, turn right, take the third left, and then head up. Or we just go straight across the field. So basically, baling is all you've got to do is bale the grass for the money. That's it. It's already been cut for you. It's already been done. Everything. All you got to do is stick it in the baler. That's it. That's all you got to do. Simplicity. And you get paid quite a bit of money to do baling. So if you want easy jobs, get the Superman mod so you can lift lots of stuff, right? So you can do the log missions really, really fast and make some good money out of it. And then the next thing you want to do is do things like baling missions because they're simple. You want to do harvesting like spinach missions because you get the amount of money out of the you get the money out of the thing, out of the harvester. So when the harvester's finished its mission, whatever's left is normally about 3 grand's worth of veg. You take that. Change bale size. Oh, can we go bigger? We can go to 240 centimeters. That's massive. And it's been rowed already. Oh, this is just going to be a good mission. It might help if I lower it. Right, so we've got to push V. I'm getting paid to do this. Oh my god. Yeah. This is easy money. So yeah, there you go. Easy mission to do. Baling mission. That's it. That's all you got to do. Bale. And this suits my driving style as well, because I'm crap. I just follow the line. It's perfect. It is a crazy bit. And look, I've already gone around this field. I've almost gone around this field once, and it hasn't even made a bale yet. This is a stupid amount of hay it's taken on. Right, I need to do like a crappy turn again. Oh no, it's made one. Sorry, it's just pooping it out. I've got to pop off and make dinner. If I don't make it back, I will be streaming tomorrow if you're around. If you just want to kick back and chill, music's always playing. You just turn me off, mute me. I don't, you know, just leave the stream going. It's fine. Oh no, I missed a bit. Missed a bit. Shh. I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, I'm probably not. I don't want to go forward a day until tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll be doing the whole silage field. It'll be good. Well, maybe. Might be a major disappointment. See you later, Shy. Thank you very much for being here, though. Do you get the leftovers? I don't think so. I think I'm literally just baling for the old man. And I'm just doing it for him, and he's paying me for this. But this baler is massive. Could you imagine having a field like this and just doing like 1 or 2 bales and you're done? This is ridiculous. Boss. Alright, drunk hybrid. Drunk hybrid. We're all good. Oh, can't leave it. I just can't leave it. Wouldn't want to lift the bale? With Superman strength, you can. I think what it does is you've got one on the end, one in the middle, and then the other one that's being created. So technically, it's basically holding 3 bales of hay until you're finished. How did I still not get that? Yeah, it may be satisfying, but it's really annoying I didn't get that one bit. It's infuriating. Right, let's go. Let's go, baby. You know what time it is. Oh, I'll go around again. It's gonna fall off at any point. It's just hanging on for dear life on the end of that conveyor belt. I'm not going anywhere. A bale of hay. I have my dignity. It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop. At some point. Hey, the first one is done, and the crowd go wild. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh, we can get on the flip. That's fine. Because now we've got to go up and down. That'll be the last bit we pick up. Now this is an easy mission. Easy contract, not bad pay. I think what is 3,000 something for pay, minus the 500 quid for the renting of the stuff. Oh, it's just good. It's a good life. UFO. But a worker can't do this. I don't know, but honestly, if you're going to send your worker to do stuff, get them to do ploughing missions, like really big ones. Just send them out there for a whole day whilst you go off and do loads of missions. The best one he'd be employed for is just like anything to do with ploughing or cultivating. He'll be fine after that. Hey, we made 2 bales. I want this harvester though. This is an absolute beast of a harvester. It's like somebody stuck a speedboat on the back of a trailer and went, it'll be a harvester now. It looks like a speedboat. There we go. And the final row. For this harvester, I don't know. But it's the Macy Ferguson 2370. We can have a look at it. Give it a sec. Harvesters. Is it a forge harvester? Or is it just a bog stat? I don't know. It's not a forge wagon. It's a harvester. Seeder. Cultivator. It's a baler. I'm an idiot. Don't worry. Forestry, miscellaneous, baling. Baler. Oh my god. There it is, baling. It does square bales. It's this thing. It's 175 grand. Or the modded version, which is 175,000. What's the difference? So this one will set up and just does square. Okay. So what's the modded one do? We don't know. It's 175 grand though. Oh, okay. Well, 175 grand for a baler. Ain't bad. They can now. They should be able to. This one doesn't, so there we go, we're done. £2,500 for baling hay. There you go. It's a simple mission, easy to do, done. See, harvesting, this mission's good for you. The reason why this one's a good mission for you to do is, what you do is you harvest all the crop. You put as much into the trailer as possible. Nope, you don't even deliver. You just get paid. Just get paid. It's all good. So the reason why this mission is good, right? So first off, you're going to get paid £2,900 to do the mission. Secondly, you're going to get your AI guide to do the harvesting, or you can do it as well. That's up to you. You're going to fill that trailer with spinach, right? And it's going to take a couple of loads. Now, what also happens is when you finish the mission, you'll get paid about £3 extra for dumping the rest of the spinach. And it doesn't take too long. We did this the other day. I think it takes about half an hour to do the mission, which we'll do now. Move the beast. We're only going to lot 43, which is that one over there. So we're going to do the mission. You get paid nearly £3 for the mission anyway. You'll get paid an extra £3 in vegetables. It's easy. Easy money. Yep, that's what you do with grass, yeah. But when you do stuff in this one, it's like, oh, okay. Doing a baling mission is just that. But there are baling missions where you do have to wrap them as well. So you are all right there. Fold, lower, turn it on. Let's go. So we're going to be harvesting spinach. This whole field. Basically what it does is it pulls the spinach up and throws it in the back of this thing. It can take quite a lot, and then the conveyor belt comes out the side. So this side here opens up the side, and it conveyors out into a trailer. Yeah. It does get that stuff is modded AI. Exactly. These things were. This is what I was talking about earlier. These things were brought in as mods, and now they're just part of the game. It's a big harvester though. But this is one of the best crops to do. But if you're struggling for cash and you want to make extra money, it's one of these. But yeah, I mean, it does come across as stealing, but you're like, you know, you took it from somebody who invented it to put it into the game to make life easier, and then you've taken it and then just been like, oh well, you know, well we'll put it in the game, it's fine, and you're not giving compensation or anything to the person who originally invented it. That's what I find a little bit annoying. In that cabin, by the way, is me just sitting listening to like Slipknot. I think if I was a farmer, that's what I'd be, like a heavy metal farmer. I'd just be sitting in a combine harvester listening to like, you know, just everything on my MP3 player. But if I was going to give this an experience, I mean, you know, I think I would rate this sort of like, I mean, as I've never played a proper like farming sim game before. For a new person, this is like an 8 out of 10 if you just wanted to get into it. If you knew that the previous game before was like cheaper, the mods were better and everything else, you're probably going to be a little bit more disappointed with this one over like 2022. So I think if I had to give it a fair score, it would be 8 out of 10 for a newbie. I'd probably say 7 out of 10 for somebody who played FS22 and you've seen where the game went before it came to here, and you saw the mods come up and you saw like the excess amount of DLC the game had and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, graphics wise it looks pretty. I mean, it looks like, I mean, these look like real, they genuinely look like real machines. So they've done a lot of detail work, which is pretty cool. But it does seem a little bit hollow, if you know. I don't know what that, you know, that's sort of like there's no real life in the game. It feels like, hey, we've got an entire countryside here, but nothing ever happens. Why? You know, there's no like mad farmer guy running around with a shotgun. There's no like car chases and things right going through the streets, or you know, like crop circles. That would be fine. Just see a little crop circle being made in the background or something. You know, just the little things they could add as little Easter eggs just to make, you know, just make you laugh. I know it's not a real thing, but entertainment is something that like this seems is lacking. That's why I did that. That's why I did the crop cycle joke in the video for the wind farm. I write the word subscribe and it was like, ah, do what the aliens say. Just because it was a laugh. But yeah, I'm going to get this done, and I think it's going to be my last mission for the day. But it's going to take me, this is going to take me like, I think all in all this will take about half an hour. But someone needs to put a turbo pack in one of these. If there's a mod for this harvester, speed. Definitely needs to just go faster. Because it is like horrid slow. I know it's a big machine, you're not supposed to go too fast. But it's a computer game. We want like Crash Bandicoot turbo power. Boongada boongada. Meow. %. We've nearly got a 50% filled harvester. It does compact it all in there, like proper, just it's like a big block. This is why you're keeping me company. Farming Simulator 22 is just as, yeah. Hey, that's why I like streaming. Like, you guys are along for the ride with me. This is like having like all of your friends in one like compartment. Because it's quiet in here. Real quiet in here. But detail though, look at it. It's like, this is what it actually looks like in the harvester. It's so cool. Right. Go around, we'll just cut the verge. And then we'll be okay. Got a couple of rows to cut off. We've done 58% of the field, well, 58% of my harvester, 37% of the field. It's not a field. Now imagine when these things were powered by steam engines. Yeah, but that's back in the day. It must have been so. That's why. Yeah, I mean that's why like it took them like all day to do something, or a couple of days. Like baling by hand. Oh, that's like days and weeks of work. There we go. But you gotta think, most farmers back then, they would have employed what, 12 people a field. So it wouldn't have taken as long. It's like just 1 or 2 people. And they wouldn't have like massive fields like this because there wasn't as much demand. Nowadays it's like how many acres you got? I don't know, like 200. That's a lot of acreage. Yeah. And so many man hours. Yeah, I mean that's what it would have just been like. You know, you'd be in the field for like 12 to 15 hours a day. It wouldn't have been like, oh, we're gonna go out and do the harvesting now. We'll be back by like dinner time. You know, you'd be out there until it got dark. Yes, it's frustrating that I'm leaving just one line. Yeah. Yep. That was back then. I suppose that's when the reason why you'd employ so many people is because it was just cheap to employ people. You know, it was like 50p a day back then. That was like early years. Missed one smoking plant on this road. One plant, man. So yeah, I'll get paid twice for this mission. So I get paid by the guy, and then I get paid for the rest of the crop. Works out about. I think the most I got paid for doing one of these missions was like 3.5 grand. Just extra, just because I harvest everything. And then I sold everything. I thought I was wide enough to take this. Nope, I'm not. So what we'll do is we'll aim for that first row. That should let me... Actually, if I take that first row, I'm thinking it might get me to 99, maybe 100% by the time we get to the bottom. Maybe. Maybe less. We should be able to just take this whole road now. Don't leave anything behind. Not allowed. I want as much money as I can get out of this as possible, because it's needed. Especially when we're about to go into like another harvest for silage. I'm like, I might need to buy myself a tractor. We've got 89 grand. It's good enough to buy a tractor, but then I need like prongs to go on the front of my tractor for taking bales. I need like a wrapper. I need a baler. I need this. I need that. A little shed to put them all in, you know. And then just work off the land and start earning my cash. Right, I need to go and get my tractor. There we go, right. Let's go and collect. And it's right over there, so it's not that far to go. And then I believe we're going to... Oh, we're going to my land. Because it's right next to the farm shop. It's good. Right, I need to circle round. Because it comes out this side. Smart, innit? It won't empty until there's a tractor next to it. I think that's pretty cool. So we'll go and empty this lot. This goes in the drain, and then we'll go and get the rest of it out. And then what I'll do is I tend to actually we'll see how much is left in the see how much is left in the harvester. And then worst comes to worst is I just roll the whole harvester over here. We'll go from there. This will be the first stop. Oh, we've got 47%, I reckon. I think off the top of my head I might be able to get the whole lot into this harvester. Worst comes to worst, I'll be back for this. Just going to cut as much as I can. If this fills it up, it will be all right. If there is any more, then okay, I'll do an X. I'll do a cut after. But I do want to take it all. And there's that road down the one side. Go! Last field of the day. So yeah, I will be streaming this again tomorrow. We're doing my field tomorrow. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Money is the big thing now. It's like, the other thing I want to do is, like, when I get my main piece of land, which is the bit I want to turn into my actual farm, everything that's on my land I want to start changing, but I also want to look into getting the 350 pen for chickens, because that would just make a lot of money. Like, a stupid amount of money. There's the one line that I screwed up. Right, forwards. So this is just chill. Listen to a bit of lo-fi music. Go and harvest a field. Not a bad little earner. Yeah, it is a lot of the same. Everyone can. Yeah, I mean, so I like the idea of the survival aspect to this game. So I like the idea of being able to sort of build a game for yourself. So instead of just going, oh well, I need to first off, I need to get myself my building. I need to just. You can make this game as easy or as hard for yourself as possible. If you watch Dre, for instance, he just makes the game hard for himself because I don't know. I think he's playing the idiot. That's how I see it. But then if you watch like Daggerwin, he's playing the game as in like the only way to move forward is to put in the work. So having to chop down a ton of trees to get his first load of income, building up like his farm by building the fences and actually like putting the physical like labour into it. So that's two different ways of playing it. I'm playing it I started with 100 grand and I have to build my farm up from that. Now I could do the whole, hey, I started with absolutely nothing and go from this, because it's not that difficult. It's the time. It's how much time have you got to put into this game before you're going to sit there and just go, I think I'm done. For me, starting with 100 grand and working my way through this has been a challenge, but once you start getting your money rolling in, it just starts moving faster. I mean, today, well, for the last couple of days, I've been struggling to get above like 45 grand because every time it's like, oh, I've got a bit of money, oh, I've got to spend it on this. So I've never had the money. But now that I own another field and I'm starting to actually earn money for, like, you know, what I want it to be, it's there. And it will start happening faster now because I'm able to do this, and this. I could expand my field. I could buy a new field and go like, right, I'm going to harvest all of this and turn it into silage. So it's just how to make money quicker. It's depending on how you play. Now I want to deserve that machine first. Sorry. I don't get that. It's been a long day. I've been up since like 5 this morning. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Nah, I'm good. I'm alive. Just. But yeah, I think I will be making the noob guide. I'm tempted. Like, it's depending on how you're gonna. If you're gonna start this game with like 500 grand, you don't need the noob guide. You're just gonna buy a harvester, this, and everyone will be happy. You're gonna buy your land, plant your field, and hey, look at me, I've got like all this stuff, I've got all this money, I'm fine. If you're looking to start with like less money, you need to buy a plot of land. You need to start growing stuff. You need to start pushing it real fast. So missions are the best missions to do. Missions are the best way to start this game. Straight off the bat. If you, I mean, unless you want to be a lumberjack, which is depending on how you want to play this game. Did you find the 25 collectibles? I'm not really worried about the collectibles. I don't really care. I'm quite happy. If I'm going to be really honest, I'm just quite happy playing the game. And I don't really, you know, I've basically made my own money from just playing the game and being chill with it. But I know there's collectibles out there, and it's kudos to anybody that goes and gets them. Just for me, it's like my part of the challenge is like just playing the game and being like, can I survive this? You can spend 500k quite quick, yeah, but you can also spend that 500k on like exactly what you need. So you would buy a tractor and a mower and some grass seed. There you go. You got your silage plant already. It's not difficult. And that's what I'm getting at. 500 grand is like, okay, cool, done. You could probably get a decent amount of land for that, and you could get a decent tractor and a decent mower, and get yourself baling as well. You could buy all that stuff that you need for 500 grand, and you wouldn't need to buy anything else. I'm going to be able to get that one side. I'm going to be missing like little bits here, and that's going to annoy the smeg out of me. Do you know what this looks? When you're a new player, if you're a new player and you're starting with 500 grand, I think even then you probably have a better idea on how to play. But this one is, I started with 100 grand. I was basically a greenhorn to the game. Because I didn't know what I was doing, I just did it. I asked 1,000,001 questions and probably drove a few people mad by just my constant whining for about 25 minutes or so. How do I do this? I can't do that. No, you know. But at the end of the day, you just have to take your time, and you literally just have to just get used to the game. You know, and as soon as you've got used to the game, you never have to question anything again. The only thing I question now is like what the mods do for my game and like what's the downsides to it. Yo, that's the thing. Hard starting this is like 100 grand no farm. 100 grand no farm. That's exactly how I started this. I came in from 6 hours of training from Farm Simulator 2022. We did the first harvest and how to do this, and it was like, great, cool. How do I make this game harder for myself? I got an idea. Give myself $100,000 or £100,000 or whatever I put my currency in, £100,000, and then go for it. And I screwed up my first day into this was like, hey, I bought my field, fantastic. I'm going to grow some wheat, excellent. Wheat's worth bugger all. I didn't have any money. I was like, how do I fix this? I had to start working for people to make the money just to get by that first, those first few days, because I'd screwed myself over so badly. So that's the problem. You can buy your small bit of land, but you have to be a bit more smarter on how you're going to earn money for a bit until you can start raking in cash. The best way to make money in this game is through wind and solar. For the first year or two, that's how I've made my money through the wind farm. I've been selling eggs, and then I started bees, and then I started doing the rice saplings as well. So all that brings in a good couple of grand. I'm still working for people, and then I bought the other bit of land, and then I put grass onto it, and then I did my first harvest today, which I'm going to be doing my second harvest tomorrow on stream. And this is all in 1 year now, instead of waiting 3 years to get enough money. I've skipped so many years just because of hey, that's fine, we can do this and we can do that, and we'll get this next season, or we'll get this in the next few months. We'll skip through, and that's how you play this game. It's literally down to how many times you want to skip, because that's what it feels like. That's for the first, I would say, for the first 2 years of this game. In gameplay, you're going to want to set it to 1 or 2 days, do something with it all, and then skip, feed your chickens, skip, feed your chickens, and just keep doing that until you've got everything. That's all you need to do. And then over time you'll start earning up your cash. You won't have to do as many missions because you're earning the money. My plan now is I've got 89 grand. I've got to buy all the equipment for baling. And once I've got all the equipment for baling, the next saving up is getting my big piece of land and building my farm. And then I'm going to take all the stuff off of my farms that I've got right now, put them into my main land, and then start looking into buying the land I want to buy. I do have a plan. It's just getting to that plan. So I don't know if so for all those people here, if you are watching this and you've never seen this before, this is my plan. I feel like buying land takes a lot of time to pay it off, though. Yeah, not really. You'll be fine. So that's why I started here. This was 49,000, so that's 50 grand. I harvested the first lot was 8,000 something. So that was my first harvest of silage. Now, along with between 800 and 1,500 pounds in wind farm, the chickens, the bees, and the saplings, that was what, 26, and some job that I did. We did. It comes up as finance. Hold on. So minus this, because this was contracts. So my first profit was this. If I hadn't spent 20 grand and lost 3 grand on a new vehicle, my profit for that one day was 8,000, 6,000, say 2 grand. So that was 16 to 17,000 pounds in my first proper yield, and that's with a saving up of eggs, with a saving up of honey as well. And I've been selling the saplings as well as they come through in groups of between 6 and 9. So that comes down to how much money I'm earning as well. It just takes time, and then once you've got that set up, you buy your next thing. So you buy your tractor, and that means that you don't have to worry about renting a tractor anymore. And then you buy your baler. That means you don't have to worry about baling anymore. And then this means when you next do a job, you don't have to use their equipment. Instead of paying 500-600 quid or £1,000 or whatever for the rent of the equipment, you're then just going, okay, well, I've got all this. This is going to cost me nothing because I've already got it, and you go from there. So, yeah, once you start getting your own equipment in, you're getting sorted. You don't have to pay rent anymore on stuff. You've got the ability to do all this stuff without having to pay for it anymore, and without having to rent it. Even if renting, in fairness, in some circumstances is cheaper, owning those things means you're going to save yourself, let's say, 50 grand a year instead of renting stuff for 500 every month. You're not going to do that anymore because you own it. So that saves you that 50 grand a year. This is why farming this is what in real life, this is what farming is. You buy your next bit and you use it for 10 years and you slowly pay it off. I feel that like someone like Keir Starmer needs to play this game. You'll learn so much. Here we go. Oh. And we made £2,616 spare. So that's not bad. And we get paid for that. So collect 2,892. I now have £95,488. So I've got 95 grand. I can buy a tractor. That's the next thing. Our wind farm's not going to be good today. That's going well slow. So yeah, all this is done. We're all caught up. I suppose I should feed my my chickens. That's the thing. This is why I say embrace the grind. If you haven't got the time to do this, take out, start off with the 600,000-700,000 or whatever you can get, and just be happy playing the game. When it comes down to playing the game as a passive income, it's a little bit harder. But it's depending on how you play. For me, this is more fun. I prefer grinding it because you put the work in, See, I don't take the loans. I would rather play a game for another 30, 40 hours on top of it instead of taking out a loan, because I don't want to pay them back. And because I'm mentally scarred from what I've done in the past, from like going bankrupt, I don't want to take any more loans out. And that's real life. I'm okay. But there we go. So tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's July tomorrow in the game, and we're going to be harvesting. Going to be grassing out. So I'll be renting a tractor, a mower. I do actually have a question. So if you've played Farming Simulator 22 or Farming Simulator 25, if I buy a front-ended mower for a tractor and a rear-ended baler, can I bale and cut at the same time? Is that a thing? Because if it is, then I'm doing it. That works in FS22, yes. God, that would make my life so much easier. Only limit is horsepower. Mate, I'm just going to buy a bloody great big tractor. I'm going to rent a huge tractor. I'm going to get one of these. We'll just rent a massive one. That's got 275, that's got 1,000 horsepower. Let's go. We could lease that. How much is the lease on that? The lease on that is 8 grand. No, I'll stick to doing it bit by bit, but yeah, we'll be alright. 1,000 horsepower, we'll be alright. Here's the other thing, right? These are the larger tractors for 58 grand. Why would you buy a small tractor for for 91,000 when you could buy a big one? What's the difference between a small tractor that's like 200 grand and a big tractor that's like 50 grand? Yeah, I'm going to have to try and find out why these aren't working properly. Windrow doesn't need much horsepower though. Yeah, I think I'd probably just buy one soon. Because I ran this. So, I ran this tractor, which is 117 horsepower. I think it was this one. It was an orange tractor I ran. It might have been this. Actually, no, it was this one. Right, okay. So, I feel sorry for this tractor, right? So, I ran this tractor, which is 76 horsepower, and it was pulling. Where's the baler line? And you sit there and just go, that poor tractor. That poor tractor. I was running. Which baler? I think it was just this one. But it's so big. Like, that's the same size as the tractor. Right? It needs 120 horsepower. And it was like, my tractor was dying. Like, going up that hill, it was doing 2 miles an hour. And it was like, I can't deal with this. I'm dying right now. How you doing, Charlie? So that tiny incline, just that tiny incline, my tractor was 2 miles an hour the whole way. It took me an hour and a half to bale this field and do everything. It was like it didn't like it. It really didn't like it. So yeah, I'll check out those mods. I'll see why they're not working properly, and I'll go from there. But there we go. I want to say thank you very much for kicking by. If you have enjoyed this, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below. I will be back tomorrow. We are going to be growing my field. I am going to be harvesting my field, because going by this, its yield, it's going up. We're going to have to fertilize this field, but this should be done for tomorrow, because all my silage was done for today. I'm pretty sure that will be grown by tomorrow. We'll be cutting this out. We're getting it through. And then I've probably got one more harvest in the way before winter comes. So I'm probably going to be harvesting in September. I might be able to get one done by November. So we might have 2 more left in this field before the end of the year. We'll see how things go. So if you have enjoyed this, catch me tomorrow. Between 6 and 7 o'clock tomorrow UK time, depending on when my kids go to bed and depending what happens. But I'll definitely be back tomorrow. We're definitely going to be harvesting, and it's going to be fun. And you get to see me struggle again. Hopefully this time I'll buy a tractor with a better horsepower. I'll be okay. So until then, I'm going to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Have a great rest of your weekend if you don't see it before, and I'll catch you all later for some more videos and live stream shenanigans. We'll go from there. Boom! Fist bump to you.